Here we are, Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Part 4. What we got is, I fear the Ancient Mariner, I fear thy skinny hands. This is the wedding guest. He's getting freaked out about the sailor who's telling him this story. And thou art long and lank and brown as the ribbed sea sand. So he's old, really tan from being on the ocean so long, just browned and wrinkled. I fear thee and thy glittering eye and thy skinny hand so brown. Fear not, thou wedding guest. This body drop not down. So he's not dead like everybody else in the boat. This is one of my favorites right here. This particular stanza, just because I think it shows like the utter depression that the author was probably feeling when he was, being depressed from his bipolar disorder. Alone, alone, all alone, alone on the wide, wide sea. And never a saint took pity on my soul in agony. I mean, part of it is because he is alone now. The boat's still not moving. He's still really, really hot and dehydrated. Like in the past, to break the silence, he had all the other people with him. But now they're all dead. So it's just him, alone, alone, all alone on a wide, wide sea. And no one cares. No one will take pity on him. So, the many men so beautiful, and they all dead did lie, and 1,000 slimy things lived on. And so did I. So he's comparing himself to a slimy thing, which is really sad, just adding to his own depression. Says, I looked upon the rotting sea and drew my eyes away. Why the sea's rotting, I don't know. But, of course, I wouldn't want to look at that either. I looked upon the rotting deck, and there the dead men lay. Oof, I wouldn't want to look at the deck of the ship either. So what's left? There's the ocean, there's the ship. Up to the sky, right? I looked to heaven and tried to pray. But, or whatever a prayer had gushed, a wicked whisper came and made my heart as dry as dust. Just pointing out the alliteration here. So then when he tries to look to the sky and give a prayer, the only thing he gets back is a wicked whisper, and it just makes him feel even worse. So he can't look at the ocean. He can't look to the deck of the ship because they're all dead people. And he can't look to heaven. So what's left? The only thing left is to close his eyes. I closed my lids and kept them close, and the balls like pulses beat. For the sky and the sea and the sea and the sky lay dead like a load on my weary eye, and the dead were at my feet. The cold sweat melted from their limbs, nor rot nor reek did they. They looked, with which they looked on me had never passed away. So they aren't rotting, and they're still looking at him, cursing him, like they did when they first died. An orphan's curse would drag to hell a spirit from on high. But oh, more horrible than that is the curse in the dead man's eye. 7 days, 7 nights, I saw that curse, and yet I could not die. So for 7 days and 7 nights, he can't sleep, he can't do anything. The boat's not moving. And he looks at the ocean, rotting ocean, looks at the deck, dead bodies, looks at the sky, gets a wicked whisper in his heart, and he can't die. So he's still feeling all these feelings like a living person would, but he can't die. And he's also super dehydrated, right? And he's probably starving to death and still feeling all that physical pain. For 7 days, 7 nights. The moving moon went up the sky, and nowhere did abide. Softly she was going up, and a star or two beside. Her beams bemocked the sultry main, like an April hoarfrost spread. But where the ship's huge shadow lay, the charmed water burnt alway, and still and awful red. So, awful red. It's in where the ship's huge shadow lay, which is from the moon. So it's nighttime. The moon is casting a shadow. The shadow of the ship, within the shadow of the ship, It's burning red. Why? I don't know, but it makes an amazing, colorful image. And then he looks out beyond the edge of the ship. Beyond the shadow of the ship, I watched the water snakes. Of course there's water snakes, right? They moved in tracks of shining white. And when they reared, so when they come up, the elfish light fell off in hoary flakes. Hoary, in this particular case, the spelling is it's a type of frost. And so when the snake comes up, all this kind of falls off like snow, this light. Within the shadow of the ship, I watched their rich attires. The snakes come closer into the shadow. Blue, glossy green, velvet black. They coiled and swam, and every track was a flash of golden fire. Oh, happy living things! No tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them, unaware. Sure, my kind saint took pity on me, and I blessed them unaware. The selfsame moment I could pray, and from my neck so free, the albatross fell off and sank like lead into the sea. Okay, I know this part's a little confusing, so let's just go our way through it. So he's looking at these hellish water snakes for 7 days, 7 nights, and at night he's looking at these fire snakes. And that would be really, 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 really scary to me. And what he does, at least on this 8th night, is that he looks at those scary things and he says, they're so beautiful. He doesn't say it, he just feels it. He's like, they're so beautiful. Oh. And as soon as he has that feeling, that's it. It's over. Like the curse is broken. As soon as he has that feeling, the self-same moment I could pray and from my neck so free, fell off the albatross. Again, the other thing is being tortured because he has this giant albatross around his neck the whole time. At this point, the albatross falls off, falls into the ocean, and sinks like lead. And so the curse is broken because all he had to do was love, truly love, the most horrible, awful things on the planet. And if you can do that, then maybe you can then, love the albatross too. So you got to love all the things beautiful, all the things natural, whether you like it or not. Next up, and that idea is going to come later. Next up is part 5. Later.